What's up, you guys? Hey, sorry about that. I'm in my car and my phone overheated. So I even had the AC on, so who knows? There was a little bit too much sunshine on that phone. So, what I was saying is that in your journey, the valleys are never just down and up. It doesn't work like that. Like, you never say you fall into a valley. Like, you walk through a valley. So that means that a valley goes down and there's a long period of time where you walk before you start to climb up again. So a valley is oftentimes long and it's arduous and it's flat and not much is going on, right? Not much is going on. So peaks, if you notice, go up and then they're down. Like, you can only go up for so long, you're at this peak, and then you got to come back down again. It's just the way that the world works. It's the way that life works. It's the way that nature works, right? So what I'm saying is that you need to prepare your heart to realize that during this journey that you may have some time periods where you are doing really well and you're going to be on a peak, but there's going to be more days that are either just flat and you're just kind of just trucking along, or you may be going down. I live like that too. Like, there's a lot of victories in the MS gym all the time, which is cool. However, which is cool. Like, it's great. What you guys don't, I think, realize is that a lot of stuff behind the scenes that make it possible to create programs and to talk to people and create groups and keep this business moving and all that, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Some days are awesome and inspiring and really, really cool, and other days are very tough and very work intensive and very arduous. And it feels like, oh my gosh, like, can I just get through this project or get through this system that we're building or whatever, because I know that on the other side of it, it's going to help you guys out. So I know that many of you struggle with the fact that, you know, you're not able to, actually, how do I put this? So a lot of you may feel pressure, self-imposed pressure, thinking that you need to be all in and that MS Gym is the only thing you focus on, the only thing you do, the only thing that you live, eat, breathe, and sleep. And whilst that's the ultimate situation, it's not really reality. And so I want to let you guys know that I know that. And the thing is that, like Misty said it a while ago, you need to adopt the all or something lifestyle, the all or something mindset, is that it's not all or none. I do not, and I have never said you need to quit your job, quit your family, quit all the things that really I think are insignificant and just focus on the MS Gym, otherwise you're a failure. I've never said that, ever. If some of you heard that, that's because of your own self-imposed stuff, but I've never said that. What I do believe is that you need to have 100% full-time intention and focus on improving and getting your mindset better so that you can move a little bit. Because if you move a little bit, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes a day, I know that you'll start feeling better. I know that your body will still be responding better, or that your body will respond better. I know that once you start feeling better moving, then you're going to want to move more. And I know that if you start moving more because you feel better, then you're going to have the motivation to keep moving more, right? So that is what I want you focusing on, is what can you do right now? How can you do right now? Who can you implore or surround yourself looking at the things that are causing you obstacles and seeing what you can do to get them out of the way? I would look at the things in your life that are threatening to you or fearful based or give you anxiety or give you anxiety, give you fear. And I would highly recommend thinking about how to get. Am I focused on, or am I focused on? Okay, I don't know if my signal was good enough, so let me go over this again. Okay, so like I said, I've prepared myself to know that technology sucks sometimes, and so therefore I'm prepared for signals to drop and all this kind of stuff to drop. So anyway, phones to overheat, all that kind of stuff. So if you're ready for change and you are ready for healing, you need to ask yourself some questions. You need to ask yourself, like, I just need you to evaluate, like, are you focused on what you can't do, or are you focused on what you can do? Are you focused on the obstacles in front of you, or are you focused on the opportunities in front of you? Are you focused on the time that you don't have, or are you focused on creating activity and creating opportunity out of the time that you do have? All right? Are you focused on the past and how you failed in the past, or are you focused on what you can do today to take action and get your body moving? Are you focused on the gigantic journey that you have before you, or are you focused on what you can do today? Because here's the thing, you guys, is that you, like, even though exercise and movement is awesome for you, it can be overwhelming. Even though movement is your medication to get better, your brain can oftentimes sense it as a threat or a stress or an anxiety. So you've got to look at all the other stuff around you before you can actually have an opportunity to heal. If you have a stressful relationship, if you have stressful kids, if you have a stressful job, if you have a stressful schedule or a perceived stressful schedule, if your eating is off, if your hydration is off, if your sleep is off, if your boss is not a good guy or gal, whatever, like, those are all perceived threats as well. And you only have so much energy in your mental energy and physical energy in your body. So if your world around you is surrounded by stress externally, and then internally you are also creating your own stress by focusing all the things that you don't have, can't have, won't have, instead of focusing on the things that you do have, can have, and will have, then you're creating extra stress on yourself. This will lead to overwhelm. This will lead to burnout. This will lead to you just wanting to quit. This will lead to you having shame. This will lead to you feeling embarrassed. This will lead to you feeling like a failure. This will lead to you feeling foolish. This will lead to you feeling like a joke. This will lead you to the lies saying you're not worth this. You don't deserve this. You are not capable of this. And those are all lies. Straight up lies. But lies grow in poisonous fields. So if the soil that you are living in is poisoned by the seeds that you are planting in it, seeds of doubt, seeds of anxiety, seeds of self-sabotage, self-worth, self-image, if you are telling yourself that you can't get better, you don't know how you're going to get better, or that because you can't go all in that you are worthless and this isn't going to work, you are just putting seeds of poison in that soil, and all you're going to grow is weeds instead of flowers. All you're going to grow is weeds instead of food. All you're going to grow is weeds instead of nourishment and health and vitality. So you guys need to take a second, examine what it is, what kind of seeds are planted in your soil. And you need to get rid of those weeds. You need to get new soil. You need to get in there and dig up all that crap that's in the dirt that was poisonous, and you need to plant new seeds. You need to plant seeds saying, I can find 10 minutes to work out. I do see me working out for 5 minutes a day right now as moving forward. I can see myself fitting in 12 minutes to do this, that, and the other so that I can heal. I don't need to listen to the voices of the past. I don't need those people around me that really make me feel like crap and make me second guess myself and make me feel like I'm trying, but because I'm not jumping out of my chair yet, that I'm a failure, because they're in this all or none, I won't believe it till I see it kind of attitude. And I'm telling you to be in a all or something. One step a day is one step further than you took by doing nothing type of attitude, so that you can start to value yourself. You can start to cheer yourself on. You can start to love yourself more so that you can heal. So I need you guys to ask yourself that question, like, are you ready to heal? And that's not a condemning question. It literally is, it's a question of opportunity to be like, what do I have to do to heal? What do I have to do to set up an environment where I can get better? What can I do to make it so that I can find 10 minutes in my day? Because even though a lot of programs are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 40 minutes long, it doesn't mean you have to do them all in one shot. I don't even care if you do a quarter of them and break it up over 4 days. That's still progress to me. That means that you took a step and you moved when things were tough and things were difficult, which means that you're courageous, which means that you took a step in the face of fear, and that means that you're brave. So I want you guys to take a second and ask yourself those questions. Am I focusing on what I can't do? Am I focusing on my obstacles? Am I focusing on what I don't have right now? Am I focusing on the many days ahead of me that I have to put in order to get better? Instead of, and I want you to switch your mindset to focusing on, what can I do today? How much time can I invest today? What do I need to let go of from the past? What can I do in the future? How many steps can I take today? Because you know what? Like Misty said a couple weeks ago, the journey of a million steps starts with one step. The journey of 100,000 miles starts with one step. So you know what? If you think you are too overwhelmed, if you think you have too much to do, if you think this is never going to fit into your life, then I challenge you that I believe that you're thinking about the entire gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, and you're looking at how the hell am I going to get over that gap, instead of being like, I just need to take one step forward. That bridge looks rickety and I don't know if I'm going to make it, but if I just focus on stepping one plank at a time, I'll get there. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to ask yourselves those questions. I want you to ask yourselves and challenge yourselves to be like, what do I have to do to get ready to heal? How am I preventing myself from being ready to heal? And what do I have to do? What action steps do I have to take? How do I have to reprioritize my world? How can I find 10 minutes a day to do something and stop being paralyzed by having to be all or none? So that's what I want you guys to think about today. This is more of a call. This is more of a challenge and more of a directive and an encouragement to say, you guys can do this. You just have to think about what to do. Do not feel shameful that you are struggling. Do not worry that you're falling behind. I encourage you to try and ask questions and seek out the right people so that you can avoid feeling overwhelmed, and ask for help for people who obviously were overwhelmed at one point that are now getting there, that are now healing, that are now feeling better. Because this is possible, you guys. Like, you have to remember that, like, I didn't just jump into this and I've been perfect my whole world. Like, I literally, a year and a half, 2 years ago, could only walk on a treadmill at 2 miles an hour for 5 minutes before I was exhausted. And now I'm working out 6 days a week for 50 to 60 minutes, rocking the house. So it is possible. And you have the right coach, and you have the right programs, and you have the right people. So I just want to leave you guys with that, is that don't feel ashamed if you can't get this all done. Don't beat yourself up the fact that you don't have an hour a day. Like, I don't care. I just want you moving because I know it works. I just want you finding 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 minutes a day and start moving, because once you start feeling better and once you start feeling this good, you're going to want to find more time. You're going to want to find more opportunity. And your life somehow, you're not going to know how, but it just will happen that all of a sudden you have more time to exercise. You want more time to exercise. You're seeking out new ways and new opportunities to exercise because you know that it's making you feel better. So don't wait for the right time, because it will never come. Don't wait for the motivation, because you'll never find it. Don't wait for the right situation, because there are no right situations in life. You just have to go. And I tell you from personal experience that once you start applying imperfect action, for some reason, your path just kind of starts to get made for you. And the things that you once thought were super difficult and super impossible and super hard to figure out from a time and convenience and how the heck am I going to do this perspective, all of a sudden become a lot more clear. So you guys can do this. I know you can do this. And I need you to know that I am with you. If you're working out 5 minutes a day or you're working out 95 minutes a day, it doesn't matter to me. Like, you are all valuable. You are all real. You are all deserve healing, and you all are very capable of getting to wherever the heck that it is that you want to go. So please don't beat yourself up. Please don't feel ashamed. And please don't feel like there's any expectations that you are failing or that have been placed upon you, because literally the only expectation I have is for you to want to get better, for you to seek out the right resources, for you to do what you can to try and move daily, and for you to, most importantly, reach out to people and start building a support network behind you that can help you, that can answer your questions, that can pick you up when you're having a rough day, give you guidance because they've been there, done that, and also celebrate with you when you are victorious. So I love you guys. You guys did fantastic. I'm sorry this message got broken up a little bit, but hey, it's kind of like your experience you're going on. You think you're doing right, you think you're on a roll, and then boom, something interrupts you, and you just got to kind of roll with it. You got to be agile, and you got to move, and you got to be able to change and adapt on the fly to be able to keep your mindset, keep your focus, keep your heart, keep your intention right, so that when your signal does come back on, when you do get that 10 minutes of the day, when those family members do leave, when your child does chill out, or once you actually figure out your schedule because your kids are out of school, then you can actually get back on track, and you can actually focus, and you can actually get this done. All right? So I love you guys. Have an awesome day. I hope this message helped. I hope it gave you a little bit of opportunity to breathe, a little bit of opportunity to be like, okay, thank you. I just needed to know that I wasn't screwing up, or that I was a failure, or that I wasn't good enough, or that I wasn't strong enough, or that I wasn't capable. Like, all of you, like I said, you deserve this. You are worthy of this, and you are absolutely capable of healing and counteracting your MS symptoms. So I love you guys. I'm proud to be your coach. I'm honored to be your coach, and everything is just getting started. And I'm super excited for everything that I have coming down the road for you, and all the things that you are going to discover about yourself. And once you find that power within you to heal, there's some amazing, amazing things that are going to happen. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have an awesome day, and bye-bye.